Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Can I just say, Sean, I don't know if you have it. Chris had it yesterday, the Lindsey Graham. This is, you remember Hal does, a funny bit, remember on stage about, here's a tip for you. When you're choosing the lesser, you have to choose between the lesser of two evils. Choose less evil. And I'm like, I get what you're saying, but Biden is not evil. Like Lindsey Graham was the one on tape saying, God has never made a better person than Joe Biden. If you don't, love Joe Biden, there's something wrong with you. I mean, could not be more 180 degrees. Trump, evil. Biden is one of, regardless of what you think about every policy or whatever, he is one of the best men we've ever had in that office, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If the worst thing you can say about him is he's avuncular, he's a very a nice old uncle.
He likes ice cream too much. He likes ice cream too much. Yeah, no, take a listen to this. To Lindsey Graham, back when he was Lindsey Graham. Huh? No? Yes?
As a person, that's probably, you got a problem. You need to do some self-evaluation. Because what's not to like? I called him after Bo died. And he basically said, well, Bo was my soul. We've talked for a long time. He came to my ceremony and said some of the most incredibly heartfelt things that anybody could ever say to me. And he's the nicest person I think I've ever met in politics. He is as good a man as God ever created.
He's crying. He's crying when he's talking about how good a man Joe Biden is. I mean, we were saying yesterday, we should play that as a campaign ad every day. Lesser of two evils. Suck my... Pardon me, Frangela, go ahead.
No, I completely agree with you. And I've been seeing that tape over and over and over again, reminding people about the words that they have said. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we're supposed to now believe that this person is wholly evil, bad, whatever Lindsey Graham, whatever. I don't know what they put in Lindsey Graham's drinks in the last couple of years, but...
Yeah. Frankly, I'm like, what could they really have on them that we don't already suspect? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, what would we be shocked by, really?
Really, Lindsey, you don't have to roll like this. They can't. What are they going to tell about you? Because there's some things I'm pretty sure you didn't participate
have a lovely relationship.
And what do you call a white biscuit eater? I don't really know. Biscuit maker. Don't know. Okay. Here's the other thing. I love that this woman, that Trump had to hear that he's a racist piece of to his face, even though, of course, that juror got excused, Sherry Jacobus reminds us, Trump made employees mark apartment applications from black people with a C for colored so he could deny them apartments. He was sued by the DOJ for racial discrimination twice. He settled twice. I mean, the fact that anyone's pretending it's new that he's a racist POS, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you can settle those things either. I don't understand. Right. This isn't a property dispute. This isn't your neighbor, easement or something. This is a civil rights violation. Why do you get to settle that?
Right.
I don't understand that at all. I think that we've allowed rich people and corporations to become more important than us.
And I love that he's one of those old-timey racists that call people colored people. Okay.
But he can't spell it.
Everything old is new again. This is Brian, Brian from Chicago with a good point. Mama, I love the show. My wife and I have been to your show in Chicago. That's going to be off the chain, the DNC show. Just saying, in August.
Lit.
Ever since Obama was elected president and cleaned up W's mess, the wingnut media has attacked Chicago. These losers can't attack President Obama's successful presidency, his policies, his conduct as president, his love of America, so they attack Chicago. The city by the lake is stronger than ever. I mean, it really is, like we keep saying, we get the code. You mean black. When you say New York, you mean Jew. When you say San Francisco, you mean homo. I mean...
You know what I love, though, about Chicago? Remember how they wouldn't let Trump come there?
Yeah.
Remember that?
You know what?
It warmed my heart.
I've been more proud of my city than...
It warmed the cockles of my heart.
And you had a horrible, horrible childhood, if you don't mind my saying, Francis.
You really did. She really did.
Your parents were a little twisted. No offense.
She really did.
What were the stories you told on Final Word? Was it this week or last week?
Which one?
I don't. That's the point. Which horrible story?
So many.
Which horrible story?
So many.
Was it the one where they chose to use bourbon as some sort of medication?
Oh, yes. Yes.
There's that one.
In your,
Or where
yeah.
she sliced off part of her foot and her mother said, get one of your little friends to take you to the ER?
Or our favorite, the Christmas story.
Yeah, the
as we
Christmas
call
with
it,
the
when they
bicycle.
gave you a
That's my
bell
favorite.
and not a bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gave her a
And told you-
basket and a bell, but no bike.
No bite. No
And
bite.
then had her run around the neighborhood going, bring, bring.
Move out the way. You have to forget that he made me say, move out the way. That was part of it.
She was on her belt. They had the basket on her belt. And she run up to people, and they sat on the porch and laughed.
And laughed. 2 stories up. Entire family.
You know, you are a testament that truly, there was a time in America, Frangela, when you could overcome all that and become the magic that is Frangela. And you are a lovely human as well. I don't know. I don't mean to pick a scab, but do you, what's the word, speak to your parents now?
What I tell you, this is the thing about growing up in a black family. This is why I'm a comedian. You don't get upset in a black family. Either you're laughing or you're mad.
Write a book, but that's it.
That's it.
But this is how we...
You get 2 reactions. You can be mad or you can laugh.
That's it?
That's it.
Whole range of emotions from A to B?
We can't afford all those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but see, that's why the Black Mama for dinner, a strategy is going to save America. Because what is, I forget again, what's for dinner?
Biden. Ask me again. You know what it's going to be? Biden. With a side of Harris.
Lunch and dinner. You know, when you open up that refrigerator, I'm going to tell you what's going to be in that
You
refrigerator.
don't even need to open it.
You don't open it. You
don't need to open it.
You're wasting my electricity.
Wasting my electricity. Let my heat out. Listen.
Okay. There's nothing but Biden in that refrigerator.
Did I ever tell you this? I did tell this story. It's my weird. This is I understand it's a little creepy, but one time I have video surveillance. I have cameras, in the house. A lot of people do now, Ring or whatever. But it was, I had some. I used to say I had 2 categories of stalkers: those I've dated and those I haven't. But anyway, one time a girl was house sitting and dog sitting for me. And her boyfriend, I saw him on the camera open the refrigerator door like 25 times in a row. And then just, yeah. And I know it's creepy to call, but I was like, could you tell your boyfriend to stop opening the refrigerator? The same thing is in there. There's just Biden, Francis. That's all. What, I mean, do you magically think something different is going to appear in the 8 seconds that you opened it last time?
That's right. Abracadabra. Biden.
That's what we're trying to tell you, America. No matter how many times you open that refrigerator, and you can do it every 8 seconds, what's going to be in there?
Biden.
Had another youngin' on this week, Santiago Mayer. We've been playing like Maxwell Frost and Representative Garcia. I am so proud of this freshman class we have of alpha liberals. I mean, I don't know if you guys have Jasmine Crockett, who we talk about all the time, right?
Absolutely. And they're wonderful. And we just on the final word just gave a list of 15 different young Democratic organizations that you can send your young people to. You know?
It's in our show notes, but they've all declared support for Biden Harris. And not like, oh, it's the lesser of 2 evils support. Like excited. These are people who are backing our agenda. Supported. And I think that we saw this article yesterday, and this is the thing the media isn't talking about, the mainstream media. This idea that young people don't want to vote for Biden, I don't think it's true.
Yeah, there's just a poll out, showing, he's up by, I don't know, another 11 billion points in voters. I forget what age, young age group,
yeah.
But you just don't see it, Frangela. You don't see it reported. I mean,
no.
and all you see is the fill in the blank. Muslims aren't going to vote for him. Hispanics aren't going to vote for Biden. Young people aren't going to vote for Biden. And then you see polls, and you're like, what? I mean, there's a poll yesterday. How much is he ahead among women? I mean, oh my God, Biden is up by So I know, and I want to not get happy, but you're right. You also don't want to let everybody panic you.
Absolutely. And the reason why we are here, that there was even a question of a foot race between a qualified president of the United States and somebody who is being indicted in 4 different cases is because of the media and the story that we allow them to set up for us that comes rolling and racing right back out of our mouths.
Yep. I'm looking. I don't know. I'll find the poll. Hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, it's. Oh, thank you. Never mind. But I
don't know, take a lesson in the birds and the bees. I don't think these guys even know what's going on when it comes to all of that. But I do know that disrespect for women, not understanding that a woman's right to choose is a democracy issue. It's a freedom issue.
Yeah. Speaker Pelosi, once and always Speaker Pelosi. Frangela and I got into a little bit of a feminist fury on the panel in Sexy Liberal Minneapolis, didn't we? Just our row rage.
Because
we were
offensive that they think that we're going to forget it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that immigration, that they think that they're going to distract America with the immigration discussion. Let me tell you, if the Senate and if the Republicans in the Senate and the House were concerned about immigration, we'd be passing laws.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Lucretia, the sweaty church whore from Milwaukee, reminds us, now I know, she said what we were talking about. Frances's parents would not give her a bike for Christmas, but gave her accessories for one. They're also the same parents that would take her to the Playboy Club for holiday meals. Help it make sense to the sweaty church whore. Yeah, that was the story I was thinking of, is they took you, I didn't realize till I heard Final Word, they did not just take you to the Playboy Club, but when you were 4.
Right.
Yeah. I mean.
And she got to drink.
Yeah.
I did.
So you would order like a virgin one, and they'd be like, no, put some.
No.
Mommy, Daddy got to get through dinner.
My dad would go, give her a little.
Dad did that.
Yeah.
Make it a little. Make
Give
that
her
sing.
a little.
And you know what? And then it would tell you, oh, you're going to sleep great tonight.
So I'm just saying you were
for
not
a later addiction.
You were not.
Don't act like my parents were the only parents giving you booze, okay? All I did when I was a kid was sip off foam from beers.
This is not bad. This is not helping.
Now it explains how quickly I needed to get you a gin when you came to a party at my house. Now I understand. You're used to the service at the Playboy Club.
What? Now you need the outfit.
Okay, so
can you do a bunny?
I like the pictures. I'm gonna get you the pictures.
So you at no point were what's the phrase? Taken away from your parents?
No,
nobody
celebrated his parents. Celebrated.
Okay. Speaking of parenting and the sweaty church whore, Lucretia says, Steph, this was a sexcellent hump day edition of the show. Oh yes, Hal Sparks live in studio. You know what that's like to be in physical proximity to rock God. Okay. However, speaking of humping, I'm surprised that no one has mentioned our favorite cousin face humper, Madison Cawthorn. We did miss that this week. What did he do? May you ask? Well, let the sweaty church whore tell you. Humpy McHumperton rear-ended, no pun intended, a Florida Highway Patrol officer. This ding-dong was tailgating a woman who decided to switch lanes to let this bag of D's pass, and then a few minutes later, traffic came to a standstill. Next thing you know, he gets closer and sees the face banger wheels out and noticed who he was. Yeah, I saw that, and he's by the side of the road. Those are my dogs, by the way. It's not my stomach. That's Bonnie and Clyde.
What is that sound?
They're having a fight. Okay. Okay. Oh, and she says also, what can I do about getting those meet and grope tickets for the Chicago show in August? Any information would be greatly appreciated. Okay, Chicago is the one show we booked a long time ago. It's not Live Nation, so that's the one ticket. You buy a VIP ticket and you get the show and the VIP meet and greet for the big DNC show. We have Jan Schakowsky, Jill Winebanks, and stuff I can't tell you right after, Okay, but
So don't tell us. Don't
Don't tell us.
No. Okay.
But I'm telling you, go to these shows. I don't care if you have to go by yourself. We were just in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And we met up with 2 different groups of people who met 8 years ago.
At Sexy Liberal, yeah.
At Sexy Liberal, and are still friends.
Yeah.
You will make a community there in the room.
Yeah, no, it's true. I met some of the same people that made friends, and they've gone to different cities to Sexy Liberal together. It is really a beautiful. And I was saying, there's laughing and crying and hugging, and people are sharing their, just whether it's elderly parents, sick parents, parents that have passed. And one guy said came by himself because he said my spouse. Pat, my wife died, and he just we hugged and cried, and he said, "This is the first time I've been able to laugh," and you got us. And people tell stories of loved ones that have passed, that have been to past Sexy Liberal shows, and it really is an amazing experience.
It really is. It really is. It's a wonderful room to be a part of, a wonderful energy to be a part of, and to me, because we went through so much with COVID, because we went through so much with Trump. You owe yourself. If you didn't go to Beyonce or Taylor Swift, get on over here to Sexy Liberal.
Yes, I'm telling you. And people cry just when they get to meet you. Well, mostly when they get to pick Francis up. But
yes, true.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
We don't even charge extra for that.
No,
we don't. Just biscuits.
Okay. Can I just say Lawrence O'Donnell is on my wish list for New York Sexy Liberal because he's just killing it lately. He opened his last night by hammering Jesse Waters because Frangela, we laugh about stuff. Oh, this one, Trump falls asleep in court again because of course Don Snorleone, Dozo the clown. I mean, but the serious part, Frangela, is he's going to get someone killed. He and his friends at Fox News. I mean. Lawrence said, here's the list of the lie that Jesse Waters told on Fox yesterday at 5:28 p.m. when Donald Trump was watching. And this was and this is the thing where Trump thinks he's cute, like saying something to Jesse Waters. Oh, I didn't say it. I was just tweeting something they said on Fox News. And it's this, I don't know what's going to happen, but as Francis always says, he needs to be snatched and put in jail. Yeah. Thank you. All right, and brought to the courtroom of Judge Collier.
I've been doing my snatching exercises on my hands.
Those nimble fingers.
Yeah, but
they're nimble.
Yeah, but he just Lawrence O'Donnell. I swear to God, just when you think of the legacy of Fox, and now they're going to get someone killed if they're not careful. They are going out of their way to identify jurors, right? Mm-hmm. He said Jesse Waters is the newest liar to occupy the 8 o'clock slot on Fox, the lying channel, a network that has been adjudicated to have told $787 million worth of lies in a defamation case. A previous occupant of the 8 p.m. slot told so many lies, even Fox decided they had to let him go, Tucker. The occupant before that on the 8 p.m. slot lost his job after being exposed as a grievous serial sexual harasser at Fox, Bill O'Reilly, $32 million settlement. He said Jesse Waters is the same person who last week said publicly he believed the minimum wage produces an income of $100,000 a year in America. That's how stupid you have to be on Fox at 8 p.m. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That people that work in McDonald's make
$20 an hour and they
make $100,000 a year. They're so out of touch, right, with the average person.
That's a calculator issue. You don't have to. This is not something we have to guess at.
It's $800 a week. That doesn't turn into $100,000 a year.
But it's this people on minimum wage are living high on the hog.
Well, it's another way to make unhappy people focus on the wrong thing yet again. They're steadily distracting, repositioning people's minds and mindsets to the direction that they need versus the truth and their own personal well-being. And that's what these people do. And they will get somebody killed. Yeah. I said it all day yesterday on the final word. I would not be on this jury if you paid me all the tea in China. You could not get me in there because these people I'm going to tell you, this man is going to get these people harmed.
Yeah. I would do it. I would if there's any way for me to be on the jury, I would really like to be because I can be really fair.
I feel like that face right there, it's almost like that creepy smiley face when you met Lily Tomlin. I feel like that's what you do. You'd be like, of course I can be fair.
All day, every day, that's how I would be smiling.
I don't have any opinion about Donald
When do we get
Trump.
to the judging? When do we get to the judging?